Hello, and welcome back to Path to Your True Self. Take a deep breath, and just for a moment, allow yourself to be here. Not in the past, not in the what-ifs, not in the memories that keep replaying. Just here, because today, we're talking about something that many people struggle with, but few truly understand. How to emotionally detach from someone. Not in a cold, bitter, or avoidant way, but in a healthy, empowering, self-respecting way. Before we talk about detachment, we need to understand attachment. Attachment isn't just love. It's deeper than that. It's the emotional bond you form with someone that makes your mood depend on them. Your thoughts revolve around them. Your sense of peace tied to their presence. And when that bond becomes too strong, it can turn into emotional dependency. You start needing them to feel okay. You wait for their texts to feel validated. You replay conversations. You hold on to memories like they're the only source of warmth. And slowly, without realizing it, you lose yourself. Detachment isn't about stopping love. It's about releasing the grip that love has on your identity. If you've ever tried to detach, you know it's not as simple as just let go. Because emotionally, it feels like withdrawal. Your brain gets used to that person, their voice, their presence, their attention. And when it's gone, it feels like something is missing. That's not weakness. That's conditioning. Your mind has associated that person with comfort, safety, or even excitement. So when you try to detach, your mind resists. It brings back memories. It reminds you of the good times. It makes you question your decision. And sometimes, it even convinces you to go back. But here's the truth. Just because something feels familiar doesn't mean it's healthy. Detachment often begins with a quiet realization. Not always dramatic, not always loud. Sometimes it's just a soft awareness that says, this is no longer good for me. Maybe you feel drained after talking to them. Maybe you feel anxious instead of secure. Maybe you're giving more than you're receiving. Maybe you're holding onto potential instead of reality. And in that moment, you begin to wake up. You realize that love should not cost you your peace. You realize that connection should not feel like confusion. And most importantly, you realize that choosing yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. Let's clear something up. Detachment does not mean you stop caring overnight. You become cold or heartless. You pretend nothing mattered. That's avoidance. Real emotional detachment means you stop depending on them for your emotional state. You accept reality instead of clinging to fantasy. You allow yourself to feel without being controlled by those feelings. It's a shift from, I need them to feel okay, to, I choose myself regardless of them. Ask yourself honestly, what am I really attached to? Is it them? Or how they made me feel? Is it love? Or validation? Is it the person? Or the idea of what could have been? Many times, we're not attached to the person. We're attached to the version of them we created in our mind, the potential we believed in, the moments that felt magical. But detachment begins when you see things clearly, not through emotion, but through truth. You cannot heal from something while constantly feeding it. This means checking their social media keeps the attachment alive. Rereading messages keeps the attachment alive. Fantasizing about what if keeps the attachment alive. Every time you engage, you reopen the emotional loop. Detachment requires space, not just physical space, but mental space. You have to gently but firmly stop giving your energy to what you're trying to release. Detachment is not just letting go of a person. It's letting go of the memories, the expectations, the future you imagined. And that deserves to be felt. Don't rush the process. Don't suppress the emotions. Let yourself feel sad. Let yourself miss them. Let yourself process the loss. Because healing doesn't happen by avoiding pain. It happens by moving through it. When you detach from someone, you create space. And that space needs to be filled with you. Ask yourself, who was I before this connection? What did I love? What brought me peace? What made me feel alive? Start returning to those things. Your hobbies, your routines, your passions. Rebuild your relationship with yourself. Because the stronger your connection with yourself becomes, the weaker your attachment to them will feel. Detachment requires boundaries, not just with them, but with yourself. This might look like not responding immediately, not engaging in conversations that reopen wounds, not allowing yourself to get pulled back in emotionally. Boundaries are not punishments. They are protection. They are how you say, my peace matters. Instead of asking, why wasn't I enough? Ask, why did I settle for less than I deserved? Instead of thinking, I lost them. Shift to, I'm making space for something better aligned. Detachment becomes easier when you stop seeing it as a loss and start seeing it as a redirection. One of the hardest truths is this. You cannot control how someone feels about you. You cannot make someone choose you. You cannot force consistency, effort, or love. And once you truly accept that, something shifts. You stop chasing. You stop overthinking. You stop trying to prove your worth. Because you realize the right connection will never require you to abandon yourself. As you continue detaching, something beautiful begins to happen. You start thinking about them less. You start feeling lighter. You start enjoying your own company again. And one day, you realize they no longer have power over your emotions. Not because you forced yourself to forget, but because you chose yourself enough times that you no longer needed them. If you're going through this right now, know this. It's okay that it's hard. It's okay that it takes time. Detachment is not a single decision. It's a daily choice. A choice to choose peace over attachment, clarity over confusion, self-love over emotional dependency. And every time you choose yourself, you are becoming stronger. You are becoming freer. You are returning to your true self.